Hello and welcome everybody. In this lesson, I'm going to teach you about ChatGPT and artificial intelligence. So firstly, what is ChatGPT? So ChatGPT is an advanced language model that was developed by OpenAI. ChatGPT is designed to understand and generate human-like text. You can essentially have a conversation with it like you would have a human. And it has reasoning, as demonstrated in this screenshot, where I asked ChatGPT who is the Prime Minister of America. Now, of course, America doesn't have a Prime Minister, it has a president. And ChatGPT understood my mistake and corrected me. So throughout this course, we're going to be implementing ChatGPT into our web applications. And you can try ChatGPT today for free at chat.openai.com. If you go there and sign up, there's a free version where you'll be able to talk with ChatGPT to get a better idea of what we are implementing in this course. So ChatGPT has two different models. It has GPT-3 and GPT-4. Now GPT-3 is the weaker model and it has 175 billion parameters for its language model. Okay, and GPT-3 can sometimes make mistakes and say things that are not true. Okay. GPT-4 is a much more advanced model and it makes far less mistakes and it's less likely to say something that isn't true. Okay, sometimes these models can do something known as hallucination, where they can make things up. And in GPT-4, the chance of that happening is far lower than in GPT-3. So GPT-3 and GPT-4, they do have input size limits. So GPT-3 can handle up to 2048 tokens of input, which is around 1500 words. Okay, that's quite small. However, GPT-4 Turbo can handle up to 128,000 tokens for input, which means it can read 300 pages of input at a time, which is really impressive. However, bear in mind it is still limited to a lower output of just 4096 tokens. Okay, GPT-4 is ideal for situations where there needs to be creativity. Maybe you want to make a chatbot on your website that has a bit of personality. GPT-4 is better for that. Where GPT-3, it's harder to configure the tone and the way the output will be presented to you. So there's several use cases for GPT-4 for custom applications. So the first obvious one is customer interaction. So by having a chatbot on your website, you'll be able to have 24/7 customer interaction without hiring anybody. And GPT-4 is able to be quite convincing. So it can eliminate the need for an employee. You would program a chatbot to be able to answer all the things you would expect an employee to answer. And your chatbot could be put on your website and your customers can talk with it. Now, the good thing about programming ChatGPT into your website is it will also be able to control your users' accounts and many other things. Whatever you want it to do, really. If you want it to be in charge of sending emails to customers, it'll be able to do that. If you want it to be in charge of administrating your users, it can do that. You can even program it to find spam in your databases. There's lots of use cases for GPT-4, right? At dragonsapp.com, which is a publishing company I work with, they use ChatGPT to be able to offer discount coupons to customers. So basically the customer comes to the homepage, they write something like, "Hello, can you give me a discount on this course?" And then ChatGPT will talk with our system and be able to actually issue those discount coupons. I know that sounds amazing and complicated, but it's not as complicated as you think, because in this course we'll be using certain libraries to make our life a lot easier. So you can see I've listed a couple things in this presentation on what it could be capable of doing. Now, this is just a small list. It's capable of doing far more things than this, right? So if you look at this list of 8 points, these are things I've come up with that you could potentially use ChatGPT for. And this is by no means a large list. The list could go on to hundreds of items. There's many other more applications you could make with ChatGPT that are much more than customer interaction. you know, because you could pass data through ChatGPT and have it organize data for you. You could have it look for spam accounts in your databases. There's so many things you could do with this just by passing data to the AI model and having it make use of the data that it's seeing. As an example, if you pass a bunch of user data to ChatGPT through the ChatGPT API, you could essentially predict whether they're likely to spend with your business again and how much they're going to be willing to spend. And then ChatGPT could relay that information back to your server so that you understand which products to promote to your customers. So it is far greater than a simple chatbot. Okay, that's what I'm trying to get at here. So we can use GPT throughout our web applications and services by making use of the OpenAI API, which will give us direct access to the GPT-3 and GPT-4 language models. So as you continue the course, we will get Laravel framework installed, and we'll get a few other packages installed which will allow us to talk with GPT through their API. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this introduction to ChatGPT.